What she whispered changed his life forever. When Mark saw the little girl curled up under the bridge, shivering in the icy wind, he thought she was just another homeless child society had forgotten. But when he covered her with his coat, she whispered 4 words that ripped his entire world apart. Mark Parker was a 42-year-old businessman. To the world, he was successful. He wore expensive suits, drove a brand new Tesla, and lived in a luxury high-rise overlooking the city. But inside, Mark was empty. His wife had left him 5 years ago, taking their only daughter, Lily, with her. Since then, he buried himself in work to avoid the loneliness clawing at his chest every night. That Friday evening, it was snowing heavily. Mark had just finished a late meeting and was driving home when he noticed a small figure huddled under the bridge near the highway exit. Cars rushed past without a glance, but something about that tiny form made his chest tighten painfully. Against his better judgment, he pulled over. The cold wind slapped his face as he stepped out, his shoes crunching on the icy gravel. He walked towards the bridge, his breath visible in the frosty air. She was no older than 7. Her clothes were thin and soaked from melted snow. Her bare feet were purple with cold, and her lips trembled as she hugged her knees tightly to her chest. Mark's heart twisted. He removed his thick coat and gently wrapped it around her shivering body. "Hey, sweetie," he whispered softly, kneeling in front of her. "It's okay. You're safe now. What's your name?" She looked up slowly, her eyes glassy with unshed tears, her teeth chattering. And then, in a voice so small he almost didn't hear it, she whispered, "Daddy." "I'm sorry." Mark froze. His entire body turned to stone as his brain tried to process her words. What did you say?" he asked, his voice shaking violently. The little girl burst into sobs, burying her face in her thin, trembling hands. "I'm sorry I ran away, please don't be mad at me." Mark felt his heart stop. He reached out with trembling hands and gently lifted her face towards the dim street light. Tears blurred his vision as he recognized her little button nose, her soft brown curls, her tiny scar above her eyebrow from when she fell learning to ride her bike. "Lily," he croaked out, his voice breaking entirely. "My God! Lily!" She looked at him through her tears, confusion flickering in her eyes. "Daddy! You came for me!" Mark pulled her into his chest so tightly he thought he might crush her tiny bones. His tears fell freely, mixing with the melting snow around them. How are you here?" he sobbed. "Your mom told me you both moved to Florida. She said she'd never let me see you again." Lily hiccuped through her tears. "She left me, with her boyfriend. He was mean. I got scared, so I ran away. I wanted to come home, but I got lost." Mark's entire body shook with rage and heartbreak. His daughter, his precious Lily, homeless, freezing under a bridge in the dead of winter, while he sat in his heated apartment just a few miles away. He scooped her into his arms, feeling how frighteningly light she was, and carried her to his car. The entire drive to the hospital, he held her tiny frostbitten hands in his, whispering, "I've got you now, baby. Daddy's here. I'll never, ever let you go again." At the hospital, doctors worked quickly to warm her up and treat her early frostbite. Mark sat beside her the entire night, holding her hand as she slept, her tiny chest rising and falling in slow, exhausted breaths. He thought about all the nights he spent working late, trying to fill the emptiness in his life with money and achievements. None of it mattered. This little girl, his little girl, was his entire universe, and he had lost 5 precious years with her. The next morning, Lily woke up, her cheeks flushed with warmth for the first time in months. She opened her eyes and saw Mark dozing off beside her bed, still holding her hand tightly. She smiled softly, tears filling her eyes. "Daddy!" she whispered. Mark woke up instantly, rubbing his eyes. "Yes, baby. I'm here." "Can we go home now?" she asked, her voice so innocent it broke his heart all over again. He leaned forward, pressing his forehead to hers as tears spilled down his face. "Yes, my love. We're going home. Forever." Sometimes, life's greatest lessons come wrapped in heartbreak. If this story touched your heart, like this video, share it with someone you love, and don't forget to subscribe for more real human stories that reveal the hidden struggles and miracles of life.